Happy March Madness, everyone. This is Shawn 1113 with the Shawn 1113 podcast show, wherever you may be, wherever you're listening to. Thank you for joining me. Stay encouraged. God bless you. With that, the NCAA basketball tournament is coming pretty shortly, in short order, starting Thursday, starting Thursday, March 18th, 2021, and the tournament itself March 19th, 2021 as well. And I'm going to pick the games right now, all 32 of them, plus the first four. Here we go. Texas Southern against Mount St. Mary's. I'm going to pick Mount St. Mary's in that one. Drake versus Wichita State. I'm picking actually Drake. Appalachian State and Norfolk State. Picking Norfolk State. UCLA and Michigan State. I'm going to pick UCLA. Then the Friday games. Starting with Florida against Virginia Tech. I'm going to pick Virginia Tech in that one. In that game, like I said, let's look at the second one. Arkansas, Colgate. I'm picking Arkansas. Illinois. Excuse me, 1 minute. And Drexel picking Illinois. Texas Tech, Utah State picking Texas Tech. Ohio State, Oral Roberts picking Ohio State. Baylor against Hartford picking Baylor. Loyola Chicago, Georgia Tech picking Loyola Chicago. Tennessee, Oregon State picking Tennessee. Oklahoma State, Liberty. That's one of those games you can go either way. I'm going to pick Oklahoma State. North Carolina, Wisconsin, picking Wisconsin. Houston, Cleveland State, picking Houston. Purdue and North Texas, picking Purdue. Rutgers against Clemson, picking Clemson. Although I wouldn't be shocked if Rutgers won that game. San Diego State, Syracuse, picking San Diego State. West Virginia, Morehead State, picking West Virginia. Villanova, Winthrop, picking Villanova. Then the Saturday games are March 20th, first round games. Colorado and Georgetown, I'm picking Colorado. Florida State, UNC Greensboro, picking Florida State. Kansas, Eastern Washington, picking Kansas. Give me 1 second for the next smell of the games. There we go. LSU, St. Bonaventure, picking LSU. Michigan, the winner in Mount St. Mary's or Texas Southern. I'm going to pick Michigan. Creighton and University of California, Santa Barbara, picking Creighton. Alabama, Iona, picking Alabama. USC against Drake or Michigan or Wichita State, I'm picking USC. Iowa versus Grand Canyon, picking Iowa. Maryland, also on Saturday. Iowa and UConn, picking Iowa. Maryland and UConn, sorry about that, picking Maryland. Virginia and Ohio, taking Virginia. Oklahoma and Missouri, I'm actually going to pick Missouri in that one. Gonzaga against Norfolk State or Appalachian State, Gonzaga. And I'm also picking Gonzaga to win it all. BYU against Michigan State, UCLA. I'm going to actually pick UCLA in that one. Because I'm not thoroughly convinced about BYU. Texas and Abilene Christian, picking Texas. Oregon and VCU, picking Oregon. And that is the games. And my final four, by the way, is going to be Illinois, Baylor, Gonzaga, and Iowa. And then Gonzaga to win it all over Illinois, in my opinion. That is my March Madness picks and the Final Four as well. Also, Drew Brees retiring. A lot of great. I mean, I cannot complain about his career because he. I mean, as a Dolphin fan, I definitely regret not getting Drew Brees. But at the same time, he was the perfect fit for New Orleans, and it turned out to be the perfect fit for New Orleans in 15 years. And one of the great quarterbacks of all time, probably top two, more likely top three, top five quarterbacks of all time, in my opinion. Also, Marvin Hagler passing away, unfortunately. Um, to me, Hagler Hearns one is the one I remember, particularly round one of the great fights of all time. I mean, one of the great rounds of all time in the history of boxing. Um, I enjoy. I mean, I enjoy round one. My goodness, when I think of Marvin Hagler, that's that round one with Thomas Hearns, and then the one with Sugar Ray Leonard that everybody makes it. People think Hagler won that fight, and some people think Ray Leonard won that fight, and it's always going to be a debate between those two. That those two between that fight. Um, but if you get away, to, but if you get a chance to see it, Hagler earns round one in particular, and Hagler Leonard. If there are any more fights that you see Marvin's Mark, if you saw Hagler, marvelous Marvin Hagler, let me know. I'm open to it. But and also the baseball season well on its way in about April 1st, and NFL free agency starting today if it's not already. Should be very interesting free agency. Um, Looking forward to it. Like I said, feels like sports are slowly starting to come back to some semblance of normalcy, in my opinion, and that's always a good thing. With that, that's the Shawn 1113 podcast show. God bless you and stay encouraged.